Okay, so this is prediction or correlation, right? And so we're going to be running a Pearson's correlation coefficient in this lab. And the Pearson correlation coefficient, also sometimes called the Pearson product moment correlation coefficient, or simply just Pearson R or correlation, determines the strength of the linear relationship between two variables. Now, you can run it with more than two, but really what it's looking at is, okay, what is the relationship or the correlation between two variables? So hopefully you have your height chart here, your data set saved, and you were able to open it. Now, both variables that we're looking at should be measured on either an interval or ratio scales. And so we can take a look at that. We can say, well, yeah, height and weight is both on an interval and ratio scale. And then we can look at we can see, okay, well, this one is dichotomous, right? So it's this nominal variable of sex or gender, right? So I think we did males and females, right? Yeah, okay. So where's my variable view? Yeah, so, yeah, okay, that works. Okay, so one being males and two being females. Okay, so the two variables are required for our SPSS data set. So what you do to run an analysis, you just go up to Analyze, and then correlate, and then we're going to run a bivariate correlation. And so we'll look at, well, you can look at all of them. So again, you can, kind of have it highlighted and then use the arrow and go over, or you can just double click it. And we're running a Pearson. And yes, we want to do a two-tail. Let's just double check the options that are set here. Yeah, exclude pairwise cases. Okay, let's go. Okay, now your output window should look something like this, and then anything that's going to be like a strong correlation or a significant correlation is going to have a double asterisk there. So we can see here our height and weight is double asterisk. There's a correlation, and this makes sense. The taller somebody is, the more they're going to weigh. And same thing with between like height and sex and weight and sex, right? So the taller the person is usually going to be more so a male, but not always. And then the smaller the person is usually a female. So the first part of this lab, what I want you to do is do exactly what I did here. And then the second part, you probably guessed it, come up with some dummy data. Try to make it out to where you have probably 20 data points. And you can either run it and you can do all of them, or you can just do some of them. So again, you're just going to go up to Analyze, correlate, bivariate. So maybe this time I only want to look at height and weight. Is there, or sorry, height and gender. So is there a correlation between those two specific variables? And absolutely yes. Usually the males are taller and the females are smaller. So go ahead and make some dummy data going all the way out to 20 and upload it and take a screenshot for both of them so I can take a look at both that. All right, awesome.